Alright guys, so let's address the elephant in the room right away. The static excuse for a bicep I have right now is still hanging on. I think it's minor. Tomorrow I'm going into central London to see a doctor, get it checked out, see exactly what it is, and that's going to be my first piece of advice for the video today for any of you who are dealing with an injury, however recent or long ago it may have happened. You don't want to use bro science. If you think it's small, it may not be. It may be bigger than it is. It may be a bigger deal than it is. It may be more serious. And you may end up getting back into the gym too soon and pulling one of those, oh, it feels good today, let me go heavy, and then re-injured again, or potentially making it even worse. So first piece of advice, always see a professional first. Get it scanned, get it checked out, no matter how small or trivial you think it is. It can always be more serious than what you think it is. Most of us aren't doctors and trained professionals when it comes to injury, so we're just taking an estimated guess, or maybe Googling it or asking our friends. Always see professional, guys. So that's what I'm doing first thing tomorrow. If you want a guess, my 2 cents, I'd say it's just a minor muscular tear. You can see most of the muscles still hanging on. I heard from Darren, who's been in strongman for 20, 30 years now, when it's a more serious tear, like when the tendon comes off the bone, meaning you need surgery to reattach the tendon to the bone, you'll see it all the way down here. This whole bicep will be down here or up here, depending on which end it tore, right? So it doesn't look like that, doesn't hurt, but again, I want to know for sure, so I'm going to professional, checking it out. Sorry to emphasize that so much, but it's really important because too many times have I heard younger guys, even older guys, just not getting it checked out and ending up with something much more serious that could have been prevented had they just seen a professional, had a scan, and know exactly what they're dealing with. So, next thing I'd like to say is the timing couldn't be any worse, but life throws you curveballs. These kind of things, unfortunately, in sports happen all the time. In strongman especially, bicep tears, hamstring tears, shoulders, all kinds of injuries happen in all sports, and especially when you're new to it. I just started strongman in January this year, right? I'm only about 6-7 months in, and I'm still learning proper technique. It was my first time doing a stone run, 5 stones in a row, just 2 days ago with the Stoneman brothers, right? And I never trained like that. I've never done that before. So that whole run was new to me. So I decided a couple of days after Stoneman brothers today to get a better feel for it, get more practice, because it felt so foreign to me. Even the very first stone was about this high, and I felt like I needed more practice because there's no way I was going to do all 5 the day of the competition where my head was. So I did that. I rushed it, right? Just like any deadlift, any time you pick up something off the floor that's heavy, you always keep your arms straight, right? Just like the deadlift, you never curl your arms. Your biceps aren't going to help much. You use your back and legs. You never curl and bend your arms. That's how you get bicep tears. And I've known that doing deadlifts, even doing stones. But in training, I only do 1 stone at a time, right? So I'm not in a rush. I know I keep my arms straight, I lap it, I put it on top of the pedestal, and that's it. I'm in no rush. There's nothing to do after that. In the run, you're going for time. You're going head to head against somebody else, right? So what happened is inexperience. I just kept thinking about, I need to do this quickly, I need to be quick, I need to be fast, I need to be efficient, and I wasn't thinking about my technique. So on the last stone, it's 180 kilograms, about over 400 pounds, I tried to just rip it off the floor as fast as I could, curled it to my lap, and as soon as I bent my arm, my bicep popped, right? So what can be learned from that is never let your technique suffer for speed. Another example is at my first strongman show in LA. The other guy was maybe an inch in front of me. I thought taking a bigger step would get me the lead and beat him. I ended up falling on my face, Faster isn't always better. Just be efficient, and do it under control. I know this won't happen again. I learned from my mistake. I know now in training I cannot not do that run. I need to do that run, and I need to get all 5 stones in before I sign up for a competition that has that exact event. I'm not going to go into a strongman comp not training the event exactly in training again. I know that now. Again, this is part of the learning curve. It's my first 6-7 months of strongman. weeks my first year. In powerlifting, my first couple of years, I was an awful powerlifter. I bombed my meets. I got hurt back to back. I couldn't squat, bench, or deadlift correctly. I kept getting hurt, but I learned. And now I have 2 world records that I still have. I still have 2 all-time records in powerlifting that have not been broken. And if you looked at my first 2 years of training, you would have never thought that would happen from me. So it just goes to show that experience is king, right? And it would be easier to give up now and, you know, maybe take a long break, but I know it needs to be done. I just need more experience. I need more practice competing, more practice training, and more practice being efficient doing strongman movements, right? Now, for those of you who are having a hard time like looking forward, looking beyond the injury, looking beyond what's happening to you right now, because we all get hurt in training for whatever we're working, bodybuilding, powerlifting, strongman, soccer, football. Injuries are so common, but some people have a harder time getting past the mental aspect of an injury than others, meaning they may be depressed, you know, they may not be eating right or sleeping right, or they may treat people close to them differently because they're just in a really bad headspace and they can't see themselves getting better or moving on. It's just, you can't let yourself get too down in the dumps when you run into an injury. If you're really passionate about the sport that you're practicing for, you're going to get better. You're going to learn from that injury. I've learned from each of my injuries a very important lesson, and from each of those injuries I've had, they haven't happened again since I've had them. I don't have any repeat injuries because I've learned from all of them. And like I said in the beginning of this video, is that the first step is get the scan, know what you're dealing with. Once you know what you're dealing with, you get your ass to a PT, you rehab it. You need surgery, you get surgery, but leave it to the professionals to help you to get back to 100%. Never use Google or your bros to help you recover. Always go to the professionals first, and that's how you get back to 100% and come back stronger than ever. It's as simple as that. And you know what? If you're hurt right now, you're gonna get hurt again. As long as you train, it's gonna happen. You know, you can't prevent injury forever. You might get hurt crossing the street or playing with your kids or your brothers or your dad or whoever. You never know. It's just, the point is that time heals all wounds, and that there's a procedure with every injury. You get the scan, and then you go to your PT or you get your surgery done, and you listen to them. So if they say, hey, John, whatever your name is, don't train heavy for a month, do this and do that, you do what they say. Don't do what your bros are telling you or what you think you should do. Do what the professionals tell you to do. Because every time I've listened to my PTs and my doctors, I've gotten back not only to 100%, but stronger than ever. And in the meanwhile, while you're hurt and while you're rehabbing and while you may not be able to get stronger where you want to, you have to focus on other areas of your life that you can improve on. For example, I'm going to be doing more collabs in the next couple of months. I'm going to be traveling a lot more. I'm not going to let this bicep injury affect my plans for the near future. You know, I'm most definitely not going to treat the people around me any worse because I'm not in the best headspace, and I'm going to learn from it. I'm going to smash my legs, you know. I can still train everything from the waist down 100%. You know, I'm going to push that. I'm going to try to really put some kilos on, put some pounds on. I know I've been neglecting the kitchen this year, so I want to get bigger, just put more effort towards that. Like, there's still so much I can work on. It's not always just about getting stronger. You know, there's so many other weak points I have in my body, especially my calves. Like, so many other weak points I have. It's not just the biceps, it's not just the stones. Like, there are so many other areas I need to work on. And strongman isn't going anywhere as a sport. Bodybuilding isn't going anywhere. Powerlifting isn't going anywhere. It's always going to be there waiting for me when I'm ready to return to it. So that's what I have to say about it to you guys. You know, thank you so much for following my journey. Yes, I didn't hit 1,000-pound deadlift, but maybe I'll hit an injury recovery PR, right? I might recover faster than ever. Some say I'm like Wolverine. So just always keep, point is, guys, always keep your chin up, always keep your head up, always look at the positive. And yeah, just watch as the bicep unfolds, literally.
This is use the better stuff at the show, fair enough. But
yeah, for training, this would be more than enough.
There are plenty on your hands, you know what I mean? And what happens is, as it heats up, it sort of works itself in a little bit, you know.
Mm-hmm. Any tips to when it's hard to easier?
Just keep working it in, yeah, and just put loads on. Just keep moving it around.
It's like a warm up.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Guess your arm warm, yeah, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm not complaining. Actually, it gets a bit cold out for me at least, so it's good to do this. Stay a little bit warm.
Once it's been on your hands a bit, it sort of it works its way in, you know. Goes stickier.
Yeah, it's just the initial layer is the real bitch to get on. So guys, 2 days after my first run with the Stoatman brothers, for me and Darren here, we both have a much better time with stones with sleeves on. I don't know how guys do it bareback. It's unbearable for me. And the tacky we use is really runny. This tacky here is actually, what's it exactly, Darren? It's just wax?
It's just wax, yeah, for ladies removing the hair with it, but it works okay. It's good for training.
Yeah, and it's only 2 pounds a tub, and the tacky we're about to buy is 35 to 40 pounds a tub, so yeah. Just gonna do a few reps with the 120 to the highest platform, and Darren here says that it's common for guys to not even get past the first stone because it's so high, and we're just gonna make sure it doesn't happen. Game day. Let's get a little bit more on the hands here. Do my best to work it in. Kind of getting the idea here.
Just have a look at your forearms, see how that's looking. That looks cool, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just that's right. Down for it. I'd get rid of that ring, to be honest with you. I don't think you need it on that.
Yeah.
It's just probably annoying you more than it is helping you. Just make sure whenever you go down for the stone, is make sure you get your fingers as far around it as you can. Do you know what I mean? You're going just sort of there, you want to be right round it, you know, so you're trying to meet your fingers underneath it.
Okay.
Every single stone just makes it so much easier. More purchase, and it's closer into your body as well.
Alright. I'll just move this platform a bit over.
You don't want it to pull the whole thing over.
Yeah, just a little bit. Yeah. Alright. Do a couple more pulls.
That's it. Even looking like it's sticking to you better, you know?
Way better.
Yeah.
Shit. What you mean? Yeah, it's hard to bend them back.
Yeah. So if they were longer, do you know what I mean? If that was over here, you'd really struggle.
Yeah. Because it's about as much as I can get back, really.
Yeah. You'll be fine. That'll be fine. One, go. Stuck you in this position before. That's really safe lift.
Yeah.
Should we do that again, or do you want to go for the run?
Ooh, go for the run, only because I'm freezing.
Yeah, okay.
Honestly, hard to get warm. It's awesome.
Very good.
Gotta put all my fails in one video, it'll be like an hour long. Oh, fuck.
First technique down, yeah, the first one.
Yeah.
Second one.
I remember the second one was much easier to one motion it.
Same technique,
Yeah.
but getting underneath it. Third one, up. So arms right through, up onto your lap, over and up, and same with that one.
You just really pop the hips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think because you're not too experienced at doing stones, I wouldn't go for the one motions, you know what I mean? If you know you can do it, you know you can do it, but I think...
Terry, he lapped even the first one.
Yeah.
He lapped all of them, and he beat Luke
Yeah.
by he was a stone ahead.
Look how quick he laps it. He pulls it, bang, and up. He gets such a good purchase through lapping it.
Yeah. So when I lap it, just sit down first, right? Don't just pull it up and then...
So pull it up, down into it, arms round, not down here, you know, high. Pull it into your chest, and then up from there.
Yeah. And sitting down quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then the idea is you're pulling it in here, and then coming up.
And it's really popping forward. All right.
3, 2, 1, go. Okay, Tim.
Come on.
Oh!
What?
You got cramp.
You okay?
All right, what's going on, guys? So, just popped the bicep. Feels like muscular, but how can you really know? It's just happened. I'm gonna go to get a scan later to see exactly what it is. But in strongman, Darren, he'll tell you this is probably the most common thing to happen to guys, whether it be training or competition. It's a shame it happened only about 5 days out from my first pro strongman comp. But, you know, I'm not gonna let it bring me down too much. I know this is just part of the sport, and I know I'm gonna come back from it. It's just, like I said, the timing that really sucks. Like, it could have happened at the show. At least I would have made it through most of the show, had the experience, but it's all right. I'm still gonna be there for the most part. Quick thing I'll say about it is, just like a deadlift, you don't try and row it, right? When it gets difficult, you always keep your arms locked. And because I'm so new doing the stone run, I only just practiced it for the first time a couple days ago. In training, I'll keep my arms very straight until it's on my lap, and then wrap it around. Here, I was just trying to be fast. I let my technique go, and I tried to roll the stone to my lap. And as soon as I tried to row it, I just wasn't thinking straight. I'm thinking about being fast. I heard that in my bicep. I knew right away what it was. I mean, pop the bicep. It wasn't a cramp or anything. Hopefully not tendon. Don't think I can afford surgery. I don't have health insurance. Hopefully just muscular. Typically, I popped my quad a couple times. I popped my chest. Like, I'm not new to injury. Just it's been a long time since I've been hurt. But things like this take about 3 months to heal. And my mindset when I just get an injury is just focus on the other aspects of myself I need to work on. Like, I need to put on more size. I need to hit my legs harder. I need to improve my stamina. There's a bunch of other areas I need to work on, you know? So that's my mindset when I get hurt. I just focus on the things that I can control, the other things that I can improve. So what are your thoughts on?
Well, I mean, it is strong, man. It's tough. You know, if you have a slight change in technique, like you say, you rushed it a bit there, these things do happen. It's the most common injury on the stones and tire flip. The guys tweak the biceps. Looking at it, I mean, I've seen this injury so many times. I think it is just a small muscle tear, but he'll get it scanned and then we'll see from there. But yeah, that's strongman, unfortunately. You know, this is heavy stuff, and it'll find your weakest link. And if you lift something slightly wrong, it'll exploit you. You know. Yeah, it's a shame, but this is the sport we're in. So
Exactly, and like he just said, bicep tears are probably the most common injury to get.
Definitely, yeah.
In strongman, and I think we all think it's not going to happen to me. Like, I was thinking that for a little bit while training with throwing ice. I'm like, I know what I'm doing with the tires and throwing to be all right. Happened just a few months after I had that thought. And I think every guy who's made it to like a pro level in strongman has probably torn a bicep at least once from what I've heard.
I think just about everyone I know, you know, all the guys that have won World's Strongest Man, they've all got, you know, biceps reattached, and this is just how it is.
Yeah. So what, you know, to all the young guys watching, what can you tell them if they just tore a bicep or have an injury?
Just be careful, warm up properly, and also it's not end of the world. It happens. I mean, I've torn both of my biceps, you know, at the start of my career. That's just how it is, you know. It's a small muscle relatively compared to your back and your lats and even your chest. So it's the weakest link in a stone run or a tyre flip. So that's generally what goes, and that's the reason. But yeah, it's not end of the world. You just got to pick yourself up and get on with it, you know.
Yeah, that's it. So hope that helps you guys out. And again, I'll just reemphasize that, like Darren said, it's not the end of the world. You know, a lot of you guys are battling injuries and worse than bicep tears, and you just got to work on the things that you can improve, the things you can make better. You know, just don't, you know, get too down in the dumps over an injury. Just know that time will heal everything. That's all. Yeah. All right.
Cool.